Tonight, the tragic shooting that's rocked a Rhode Island town.
Stuff like this doesn't happen in Westerly, ever.
Mourners gathering to remember and to pray for the victims.
I mean, it's a shock to the community.
A deadly day in Westerly that's left residents shaken.
But then you realize that really nobody is immune to something like this, so it can happen anywhere.
And tonight, anywhere is Westerly, Rhode Island. Good evening, I'm Caroline Goggin. Just hours after a deadly shooting in the small Rhode Island town, the community came together for a vigil to honor the woman who was killed. Tonight, a close family friend identifies that woman who died at the scene in Westerly today as 47-year-old Judy Lynn Cardinal, an employee of Babcock Village where the shooting took place earlier today. It was a tense and dramatic scene as police locked down that building as well as other nearby buildings and schools. 2 other people were shot. One, a 38-year-old woman who works at the village. At last check, she remains in critical condition. The other, a 66-year-old resident who is said to be in stable condition after undergoing surgery at Rhode Island Hospital. And tonight we have team coverage of this tragic shooting. Gina was at the vigil down in Ashaway tonight. We'll get to her in just a moment. But first, let's get right to Steph Machado, who has been working the latest details on this story all night long. Steph?
Caroline, police are still here processing the scene inside this assisted living facility where they say a 66-year-old man who lived there went inside, shot 3 women, and then himself. Investigators at the Babcock Village assisted living facility trying to piece together what happened. 10:30 a.m. on Thursday. Police say a 66-year-old man opened fire in the lobby. A 47-year-old worker, identified by a close family friend as Judy Lynn Cardinal, was shot and killed. 2 other women also shot and injured, one critically. Law enforcement converges on the scene.
Their mindset when they go in is to go right to the threat. So if there's an active shooter incident, you're going right to the shooter to obviously eliminate the shooter.
Westerly Police Chief Shawn Lacey says at first officers didn't know where the gunman was. So schools were put on lockdown. Some nearby businesses voluntarily locked themselves down, waiting to hear if it was safe to go outside. Officers looked at the facility's surveillance system.
We identified a potential suspect on the video system, somebody that went into the area and came out of the area.
Police say he lived in the building. A SWAT team assembled to go to the man's room. They utilized a robot with a video camera.
The door was open, the robot entered and found the suspect appeared to have a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Police say they recovered a handgun on the scene. They are also investigating a possible motive and any connection the suspect had to the victims.
It's a low crime community. This is obviously a call or an active shooter situation that we don't handle on a regular routine basis, as most departments don't. I mean, it's a shock to the community.
And police say they have had contact with this suspect before, though they did not say whether or not it was criminal. His name has not yet been released. Live in Westerly, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Steph. This tragedy has shocked the small beach town of Westerly. Hours after learning an innocent woman was killed, the community joined together for a vigil in her memory. Eyewitness News reporter Gina was there and joins us now live in Westerly with more. Gina?
Well, the pastor at this church tells us this is a community where everybody is connected in some way or another. That's why tonight they're hurting.
I just don't see how this could have happened.
Community members in disbelief.
Stuff like this doesn't happen in Westerly, ever.
And now in mourning, whether they knew the people involved in Thursday morning's shooting or not.
You know, it feels very close to home.
First Hopkinton Seventh-day Baptist Church in Ashaway opened their doors Thursday night to anyone who needed it for a night of peace and prayer, remembering the lives lost in Westerly just hours before.
I know people who know them, and some folks in the church have close connections.
A close family friend tells us the 47-year-old victim's name is Judy Lynn Cardinal. She's being remembered as a loving mother who was so proud of her kids. 2 other women were shot. Authorities tell us one is in critical condition at Yale New Haven Hospital, and the other is recovering in stable condition at Rhode Island Hospital. These churchgoers say they will never forget.
When I first found out, I just got goosebumps all over, and everybody keeps saying that it's coming closer to home. Yep, it's here, and just have to deal with it the best you can. and be there for everybody.
I think it's just really important that not just today, but in the days ahead and the weeks ahead, we keep praying for these families.
Perfect. Now, we did reach a few people who knew Cardinal. They were too distraught to speak with us on camera tonight, but tell us she was very, very loved and she will be missed. I'm Sheena Loshuto, Eyewitness News.
And late this afternoon, Governor Gina Raimondo paid a visit to the first responders in Westerly who were on the scene of this tragic shooting.
I just had a few minutes to talk to a number of the first responders. They are incredibly brave, and I want to say thank you to them on behalf of everyone in Westerly and in Rhode Island. When they went into Babcock Village, it was an active shooter situation. They didn't know what they were walking into. They put their lives at risk, and they walked in there, they stabilized the situation. And I want to say thank you to those brave men and women who responded.